Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again.
Colin, head down.
Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling
Lorna, head down.
after.
Up, it's up.
Up got Jack and home he went as fast his feet could take him. He went to bed and dyed his head with vinegar and brown paper. Jill came in, she grinned and grinned to see Jack's brown paper. Jack smiled too and winked at Jill. They went to fetch the water. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. This time out they didn't fall down and fetch the pail of water. Little lamb, Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went.
Time, there lived a beautiful princess in a big castle. One day, her father the king gave her a golden bowl as a birthday present.
Happy birthday, my daughter. Thank you, Father. The princess loved this golden ball. She started to spend all her time playing with it in the garden. One day, she went out with her ball and started to play with it, tossing it around. The princess came next to a little pond and kept on playing with the story of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Goldilocks. She went for a walk in the forest. Pretty soon, she came upon a house. She knocked, and when no one answered, she walked right in. At the table in the kitchen, there were 3 bowls of porridge. Goldilocks was hungry. She tasted the porridge from the first bowl. "This porridge is too hot," she exclaimed. So she tasted the porridge from the second bowl. "This porridge is too cold," she said. So she tasted the last bowl of porridge. "Ah, this porridge is just right," she said happily, and she ate it all up. After she'd eaten the 3 bears' breakfasts, she decided she was feeling a little tired. So she walked into the living room, where she saw 3 chairs. Goldilocks sat in the first chair to rest her feet. "This chair is too big," she exclaimed. So she sat in the second chair. "This chair is too big too," she whined. So she tried the last and smallest chair. "Ah, this chair is just right," she sighed. But just as she settled down into the chair to rest, it broke into pieces. Goldilocks was very tired by this time, so she went upstairs to the bedroom. She lay down in the first bed, but it was too hard. Then she lay in the second bed, but it was too soft. Then she lay down in the third bed, and it was just right. Goldilocks fell asleep. As she was sleeping, the 3 bears came home. "Someone's been eating my porridge," growled Papa Bear. "Someone's been eating my porridge," said the Mama Bear. "Someone's been eating my porridge, and they ate it all up," cried the Baby Bear. "Someone's been sitting in my chair," growled the Papa Bear. "Someone's been sitting in my chair," said the Mama Bear. "Someone's been sitting in my chair, and they've broken it all to pieces," cried the Baby Bear. They decided to look around some more, and when they got upstairs to the bedroom, Papa Bear growled, "Someone's been sleeping in my bed." "Someone's been sleeping in my bed too," said the Mama Bear. "Someone's been sleeping in my bed, and she's still there," exclaimed Baby Bear. Just then, Goldilocks woke up and saw the 3 bears. She screamed, "Help!" and she jumped up and ran out of the room. Goldilocks ran down the stairs, opened the door, and ran away into the forest. And she never returned to the home of the 3 bears. The end.
What's going on?
That's so cool. Matisse, born in France on December 31st, 1869. He was a painter. When he got older, he couldn't see, so he started cutting paper to make collages. I painted a work like Henri Matisse's Goldfish. I learned that the fishbowl is related to math. It shows an ellipse and a cylinder. I also learned the science of refraction because the curve of the glass cylinder and the way light passes slower through the water makes it look like there are more than 4 fish.
When I was playing at PE with a cow, he slipped on the cow and landed in a dumpster of pigs. And then when I went to my class and there were more pigs. There were pigs on the desk, pigs in the trash. There were even pigs on the ceiling. Then I went to the bathroom and there were pigs in the sink and the stalls. Now it's time to go to recess, and of course there were pigs running on the playground, jumping off the slide and saying wee while swinging on the swings. And I thought it would be a good day at recess. No, it was not fun at recess. So it was time to get his backpack and go home. And of course there were pigs in the lockers. In my backpack there were pigs, and then he went to sign his planner and there were baby pigs in my planner. Finally it was time to go home, and then it was time to get on the bus. Now there were pigs on the bus, and there were pigs driving the bus, and then we got off the bus and went to bed, and there were sheep. No, I said. The next day he stayed at home, got all the sheep out of his room, and he could the people who owned the animals, and he came and take his pigs and sheep. Thank goodness.
Clown with the Fun Gnome Story by Lyric and
Kinnick.
Whoa, how did we get to Ursula's Funland?
What just happened? Is this haunted?
Oh my gosh, eek! I'm so scared but kind of excited. Olivia, look, that roller coaster is starting to come alive. It's kind of creepy.
And kind of cool.
Olivia, hurry, let's jump in the back of that truck and get out of here.
I'm so scared. As the truck drove recklessly away, the girls became so scared they fell out of the truck.
All of a sudden, they were rolling down a hill towards the Pacific Ocean. Oh no, we are falling. Olivia, grab my arm.
I've got you, but I'm afraid we're going to get wet. They tried to swim, and there was a whirlpool, and inside the
Whirlpool was a clown town. Ah! They both yelled, and the clowns only stared at them. At the creek. Who are you? Olivia, we need to get out of here now. A huge clown said,
Who dares to interrupt my nap? All of the other clowns bowed to his huge clown except Haley and Olivia.
Huge clown shouted,
I'm King Creep, and you are going to my prison.
Wait, but we love clowns, said Haley.
No, we don't, said Olivia.
Shh, said Haley. We are pretending. As they started to run back toward the whirlpool at the surface of the ocean, something grabbed their feet. Ah!
Then we went a
Ding, ding, ding
of an alarm clock. It was 6 a.m. Olivia, oh my gosh, I just had the craziest dream.
Me too. We were at a Funland.
Oh wow, and the ocean was in crazy clowns.
Wait, what?
We're in our beds. It was all just a dream.
Or was it? The end.
Art Gnome Story by J. Lee.
Remy.
Nolan. Beep beep went the oven. Hey, this oven is too loud for this tiny cottage, said Cottontail.
Our names are Cottontail, Silky, and Sky. We made a batch of gingerbread man, said Silky.
They came to life. They all rushed to shut the windows and doors.
seemed to life. They all rushed to shut their windows and doors.
We looked at the house in the "We have to trap him," Sky said.
We already have gingerbread houses, so we don't need to make one.
He locked us up. He locked us up in different rooms so we couldn't help each other break out. So he destroyed our house when we were trapped. And
We had to live somewhere else because he destroyed our house. We need to break out, said Sky.
yeah, said Sky. We need to figure out how to break out of here. But how? Said Sky. There are no windows, but there was a rock in each room. But it's no use. Cottontail found a vent and crawled through it to the hallway. Then Cottontail found the keys and unlocked Silky and Sky. Sky and Silky said, "Yay, now we can find that gingerbread man and eat him."
The Exploding Time by Liam and Mason.
Once I was in a pot making a pie. Boom! It exploded. It was covered with pie mix. Boom! It went again. Boom! I ate some of the pie. Our cat Juniper also ate some. We ate all of the pie. We were really full. We were so tired that we passed out, and we had a bad bellyache, and went to an area where pie games too. It was the best day ever. Juniper meowed, said. He went home and played some games and went to bed. The end.
The Adventures of Kai, Bubba, and Pie by Alyssa, Patrick, Cameron. Midnight Crash.
When the cars actually smashed into the building, Kai, Pie, and Bubba went to go see if the people...
Wait, where did the people go? The reason why they disappeared is because we can't start at the end. So let me start at the beginning. One day, Kai was fishing and he caught a bunch of fish. And then Cameron saw that someone took the fish out of the bucket.
Cameron said, Patrick.
To Kai, a bunch of fish has disappeared out of the bucket. Cameron, this is actually your line. I think somebody stole the fish, Patrick said.
Cameron said that could be true. Pie said then Pie saw a car coming and they were fishing on a bridge. The car turned buy a bunch.
Granny, have you got candy yet? Nobody has, except Foxy. So instead of nuts, table.
Guys, keep working. Yay. We'll just make it work. It looks cute.
The Body by Ellie. Art is fun.
Okay, that's it. You're done. Take it with you. Do you have your papers? Hang on.
Pac-Man Invasion.
Look and see if it's one up there, or there was one right here. Somebody put one over here the other day because it wasn't theirs. Did you see? Okay. Is that yours? Okay, will you put that back over there and see if you can find yours? What color?
What?
Okay, let's watch the video and see how it goes. Are you okay? What's the matter?
How do I slide on a mouse? Yeah, I can't.
I'm Maggie Boston, and my building is called the Bab al-Wastani Gate. I'm going to tell you who built it, what is the building's purpose, why was it built, when was it built, where was it built, and how was it built. What and why is its purpose? The Bab al-Wastani Gate's purpose was to connect the walls surrounding the city of Baghdad, Iraq. Also, the gates and walls were designed to keep out foreign invaders. The Bab al-Wastani was a military building. The Bab al-Wastani is not used as a military base today. It was used as nothing else. Now it is in the middle of Baghdad. Where is it located? The Bab al-Wastani is located in Baghdad, Iraq. The Bab al-Wastani was built by a country named Casbah. The Casbah was an African-American city. The person who wanted to build the Bab al-Wastani was Abu Ja'far al-Mansur. Who built the Bab al-Wastani? The person who built the Bab al-Wastani is Abu Ja'far Abdullah ibn Muhammad al-Mansur. I have no date of birth or death because it did not say. When was the Bab al-Wastani built? The Bab al-Wastani Gate was tan and took less than a year to build. The building was built in 1221 and did not tell us when it was finished. The gate was built out of bricks and gypsum mortar, the materials that Iraq used the most on buildings. They did have some help. The Casbah helped. How long did it take to build? The Bab al-Wastani Gate was built in 2021. It has no date when it was permanently finished.
Hi, my name is Kaylee Donnelly, and today I'm going to talk about the Ishtar Gate. The Ishtar Gate is the 8th gate that is always in the middle of Babylon, but today isn't standing. The Ishtar Gate was built by King Nebuchadnezzar II on the north side of Babylon. The Ishtar Gate is part of the Grand Wall leading into the city Babylon. They made the bricks out of clay and molding they wanted to paint, but with dark blue glaze for the bricks. That had 13 rows of bulls, lions, and dragons on the door, and the roof was made out of cedar. The Ishtar Gate was a little bit more than 38 feet high. The width of the gate was 100 feet. The Ishtar Gate is named after Babylon goddess of love and war. The buildings were damaged by the American troops in World War I, April 2003. The Ishtar Gate was fully destroyed in April 2003. I saw that Babylon is 4,000 years old, and the Ishtar Gate is 2,594 years old. The Ishtar Gate is displayed in the Pergamon Museum in Berlin. And the left side of the gate is the King Nitbar. The Ishtar Gate was King Nitbar's empire capital of building during the 6th century. The end.
CN Tower, Abu Ghraib. The amazing building, the CN Tower, is a beautiful apartment building in Dubai. It is used as apartments. It is also called the Infinity Tower. It has a very twisty and tall shape. All of the floors are the same plan in the building. The twisty shape of the building makes it stand out from all the other buildings. The person who built the CN Tower is George J. Efostu, and he was a very good builder. Some of the rankings that CN Tower got is 138th tallest in the world, 28th tallest in the Middle East, 25th tallest in the United Arab Emirates, 22nd tallest in Dubai. The construction of the CN Tower started in 2006. The construction of the CN Tower ended in 2013. The CN Tower twists a full 90 degrees from the ground to the top of its crown, 306 meters. It has 75 floors in the entire building. It's set 1.2 degrees clockwise from the ground. The shape gives the tower a very distinctive look. The shape of the tower shows pure expression. The CN Tower is a very beautiful building. But it is also a good home for some people. So thank you for being here to look at my clay CN Tower. I hope you enjoyed my presentation.
I'm Cooper Hall and I'm doing 6th grade art museum Eastern Architecture project. I'm doing King Aldon Petroleum Research Center. The King Aldon Petroleum Research Center is located in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia Council of Ministers were the people that made it. Their president is Adam Siamski. They made it with hexagon shapes that are combined with rectangles. Saudi Council of Ministers got awarded the LED Platinum Sustainability Award certification. It is a non-profit think tank that focuses on research in energy economics. It was founded on July 10, 2007. Fun fact, in 2007, when it was built, a little after midnight in Riyadh, Arabia, a gas explosion occurred just after they built it. It was about 282 kilometers away. 30% of the building is made out of recycled materials. 40% more of the building, they found the materials were found from 500 miles away or less.
Hi, my name is Delilah and my building is the Suleiman Mosque. The Suleiman Mosque is located in Istanbul, Turkey, and it was constructed in 1609 and 1616. During the rule of Ahmed, the mosque contains Ahmed's tomb. The mosque's interior walls include hand-painted blue tiles, and at night, the mosque is blue from light shining on the mosque's 5 main domes. There are 6 minarets and 8 secondary domes. It sits next to the Hagia Sophia, another popular tourist site. After the loss of the 1603 to 18 war with Persia, Sultan Ahmed I decided to build a large mosque in Istanbul to reassert Ottoman power. It would be the first imperial mosque for more than 40 years, while his predecessors had paid for their mosques with the spoils of the war. Ahmed I procured funds from the treasury because he had not gained remarkable victories. The construction was started in 1609 and not completed until 1616. It caused the anger of the ulama, the Muslim jurists. The mosque was built on the site of the palace of the Byzantine emperors in front of the Basilica Hagia Sophia and the Hippodrome, a site of significant symbolic meaning as they dominated the city skyline from the south. Big parts of the south shore of the mosque rest on the foundations, the walls of the old Grand Palace.
It cost $8 million just to build the Islamic art. They used cream color mahogany. They also used Chamstone limestone from France, and they used some stainless steel from Germany. They built it November 22 in 2008, and it was published on December 8, 2008. They built the Museum of Islamic art to show people they have stuff in the world to see what new cool stuff they have. The end.
My name is Kotna Larry. This is the Hagia Irene. It was built by the Roman Emperor Constantine I. It means holy wisdom. It is a domed monument originally built as a cathedral in Constantinople. Now it is Istanbul. Hagia Irene was built in the 6th century. It took them 5 years and 10 months to build. On August 13th, it was used as storing weapons until the 19th century. It was first opened on December 27th, 537 AD. In 2020, it was reopened as a mosque. It became an arsenal for guns at one point. It was storage for guns until the 19th century. Now it is used as a museum and concert hall. It costs 145,000 kg of gold, worth US $3 billion today. He built 4 massive columns at the corner of each square. On top of the columns, he built 4 acres. Then he filled the spaces between the arches with masonry to create curved triangular shapes called pentatives. The pentatives and the tops of the arches combine to form a strong base for the dome. The Hagia Sophia Museum is much older than Blue Mosque. HS was built in 537. BM was built in 1616. So seeing an older building sounds more charming to me. Hagia Sophia was used as church than the mosque, and now a museum. It was made of stone, brick, and mortar.
My name is Sawyer Newhouse, 6th grade. Our Middle East buildings, Sharj Zal Municipality headquarters. What the Sharjah Municipality headquarters is for government agencies to pay first hold court makes and conferences laws. People can go to the library there. It has a prayer room, a theater, and activity halls. It costs $54,000 to build. Where is it located? In Al Mosia, in the country of Sharjah City, United Arab Emirates. Architecture, but on urban planning and design, and then started building it, and then people closed, and then people could let people in the building. It took years to build the Architecture Terminal building, and now millions of people can come to the Architecture General building, when now people can't come to the Architecture General building because of the COVID-19. If they could come in, they would have to wear a mask and social distance. An amount of 10 through 15 people could come in the building at a time. And it cost $44,000 to build the Shar Mosabi headquarters. Some of the stuff they have there is a library, prayer room, theater, and activity hall. It is located in Al Musa. In 2015, the Shar Mosabi it also holds court, and they also conference laws there. But if you wanted, you could watch plays there. So if you building and do some activities, you could do that. But there are no shows because of COVID, and less people are there than there used to be.
I'm Kaylin Perk, and my building's name is Jama Mosque of Isfahan. It was a contest between the two rulers, and the contest was to see who could build the biggest dome of its time. And so Mike won. Mike was born on 1055. Then in 1064, he took part in Arson's campaign. In 1055, Mike Shaw was born. In 1064, he took part in Arson's campaign. In 1964, Mike Shaw got married to Turkin Khat. In 1072, he became ruler. In 1074, he got challenged by his uncle, and his armies met near Hanmedan. In 1075, Jal calendar reformed, and in 1063, Mike died. What my building was used for. My building was used for a place to prayer alone. Now it's used as a little market.
Hi, I'm Jordan, and this is the Gate of Babylon. The Gate of Babylon was made in 575 BCE, and it was built by Nebuchadnezzar to awe visitors and to be an eighth gate to the city. It is in modern-day Hilla, Iraq, and is named after the Babylonian god Ishtar. It is made of glazed bricks and blue enamel tiles and cedar according to the dedication plaque. Some believe it is lapis lazuli and has pictures of bulls and dragons and lions. Lions are the god Ishtar, the god of love and fertility. And war, as the Mesopotamians know, and the people who built it are the Romans. It was constructed by Nebuchadnezzar. It was probably constructed using slaves. Though the gate symbolizes Ishtar, King Nebuchadnezzar put bulls, dragons, and lions, all symbolize Babylonian gods. They are all gods. The gate was decorative and has decorative and religious factors. The gate was also an entryway to the inner city. It is blue and has 7 different gates because it is the 8th gate to the city. And I believe it is the largest, and to prove this answer, I saw some pictures and 3D models. It appears to be a decoration by the standards. The site is now a tourist attraction. It was built in 575 BCE. It is currently located in the Pergamon Museum in Berlin, Germany. It was unearthed in the 1900s. There's a replica in Hilla, Iraq.
I'm Caleb DeWitt, and this is my research on the Museum of Islamic Art. The building was created in 2008, and it opened for the first time on December 8th. This building is used for people to come in and see a bunch of artwork made by tons of people. The person who built the Museum of Islamic Art was I.M. Pei and Jean-Michael Wilmot. They were also the ones who designed it. A fun fact about this, there are over 7 elements of Islamic art. Some of the elements are vegetal patterns, calligraphy, minerals or towers, domes, fountains, water, light, and other elements. The Museum of Islamic Art is supposed to be a bunch of cubes stacked on top of each other. The building looks like this because it was built to be as a neo-vernacular. These are some of the paintings that if you would see if you were to go inside to look. The reason this building was built is because it was for people to look at or experience things from the 7th to the 19th century. I couldn't really find if it is still being used for that, but that's what I am assuming. That's what I'm assuming what's still happening. Here is one of the many views of the museum. The inside of the building, in my opinion, is very artistic with all the designs they used to make this building. The inside of the museum has a whole ton of space on the inside of this building, which is why there's a bunch of Islamic art in there. The Museum of Islamic Art can be found in Doha, Qatar.
My name is Ian Davis. I'm going to be telling you about the Blue Mosque, or the Sultan Ahmed Mosque. This is the Blue Mosque. It is located in Faith Istanbul, Turkey. The Blue Mosque was made in 1609 to 1616. It took 7 years to make, and it was built during a war. The Blue Mosque was built by Sidif Mohammed Agar with 10,000 people. The 10,000 people were slaves that I'm not sure how he ended up getting. The Blue Mosque was made to be a church during a war. Still, 400 years later, it is still being used for church uses today. The Blue Mosque is also known as the Sultan Ahmed Mosque. It is used as a church since 1916. It's made out of marab, which is a substance like marble. On the inside is marble hand-painted blue.
I'm Lily Wanick, and today I'll be talking about the Grand Mosque of Abu Dhabi. The Grand Mosque of Abu Dhabi is about 13 years old. The Grand Mosque of Abu Dhabi also does catering for holidays. It is used for worshiping like 7 times a day. The Grand Mosque of Abu Dhabi is located The Grand Mosque of Abu Dhabi took 12 years to build. One of the messages that is well known is the building for peace, love, and tolerance. It is made out of clay and golden white paint. Yusuf al-Diki built the Grand Mosque of Abu Dhabi. The mosque contains 7 chandeliers. It is built for the public. It is one of the largest mosques known in the world. It has the largest hand-knotted carpet. Construction began in 1969. In 1969, it wasn't done until 2007. More than 3,000 workers took part in this construction. It's made up of mostly natural materials such as marble, gold, and semi-precious stones. It is the largest mosque in the United Arabia Emirates, measuring 960 feet by 1,380 feet and covering approximately 30 acres. The carpet in the main prayer hall is said to be the largest single piece of hand-made carpet in the world, measuring around 67,570 square feet and weighing about 25 tons with sheep wool. It is open to the public. It does not matter the way you worship it as long as you do worship it. They actually have to wear certain clothes. They use different kind of architectures.
Hi, my name is Bradley Lewis, and this is the Hagi Irene. The
Emperor Constantine built the Hagia Irene. He is the one who built it. It was originally built for people to come to learn about God. Hagia Irene is now used for a museum today. It was built in Constantinople. It is now located in Criterion Tucapec. It was built in 1888 to 1910. It was originally built for a Christian church in the 16th century. It is now built as one of the few churches in Istanbul that has not been converted to a mosque, and it was used as an arsenal for storing weapons until the 19th century. The Hagia Irene today operates as a museum and concert hall. Emperor Constantine built 4 massive columns at the corner of each square, and on top of the columns he built 4 arches, and he then filled the space between the arches with masonry to create curved triangular shapes called pendatives. They would sand the tops of the arches to combine to form a strong base for the dome.
I'm Ellen. My research project for art was the Sultan Ahmed Mosque. In the Sultan Ahmed Mosque, you have to be quiet and respectful. You have to be quiet because it is a place of worship. If you are not quiet and respectful, you could be kicked out. Sultan Ahmed built the Sultan Ahmed Mosque to compete with the Hagia Sophia Mosque. He also wanted everyone to know that he was a great leader of the country. The Hagia Sophia had already been built when he made the Sultan Ahmed Mosque, and he wanted to prove that he could make a better mosque than that. The Sultan Ahmed Mosque is 240 feet long and 213 feet wide. It is in Istanbul, Turkey. It would cost $1,653,710.04 in US money. It is mostly built out of marab, which is finely carved marble and ceramic tiles. The marab is white, dark blue, turquoise, yellow, and dark green. It was built as a place of worship. It is also called the Blue Mosque. Sultan Ahmed was buried next to his wife Kosem and his sons Sultan Osman II, Sultan Murat IV, and Prince Bayezid. They were not buried at the same time. It is in Istanbul, Turkey, near a big city. It is named after Sultan Ahmed, who built it, but it is called the Sultan Ahmed Mosque, not the Sultan Ahmed Mosque. Sultan Ahmed built it when he was only 19 years old. He became a sultan in 1603. Sultan Ahmed died 1 year after building it. The Sultan Ahmed Mosque was built from 1609 to 1616. There are 260 windows in the Sultan Ahmed Mosque. When you go inside, you have to take off your shoes and put them in a plastic bag because it is a place of worship. Sultan Ahmed was buried next to the Sultan Ahmed Mosque. The Sultan Ahmed Mosque has 6 minarets. Most mosques only have a few. There are 3 entrances to the Sultan Ahmed Mosque. It has a lot of floral and geometric patterns. Sultan Ahmed's architect decorated it with lots of jewels.
I'm Stella Roper. This is Jama Masjid. Shah Jahan was the emperor at the time that Jama Masjid was built. It was made by over 5,000 workers. Shah Jahan's reign was from 1628 until the year of 1658. Shah Jahan's original name was Shihab al-Din Muhammad. He was given the name Shah Jahan because he was turned into royalty. Jama Masjid was made with red sandstone and some marble. It was made of mostly red sandstone. The most common grain in sandstone is quartz. The mosque, Jama Masjid, was constructed in 6 years, from 1650 to 1656. It was made in the 16th century. It was built to be a Friday mosque. That is where Muslims go to pray to Allah on Fridays. It was not closed due to COVID. Currently, it has always been used for worship. Jama Masjid is located in Delhi, India. The longitude and latitude of Jama Masjid is -28.6 6507 north and 77.2334 east. It was constructed by Shah Jahan and a group of about 5,000 workers.
My name is Craig Mossman. This is the Museum of Islamic Art, Doha, Qatar. Doha is the capital of state of Qatar with a population of over 1,450,000. Doha is famous for its many mosques and modern buildings. This is also increasing in the libraries, most notable of the Qatar Book House and the National Library. Doha has many tourist destinations that attract many tourists every few years. You should plan to spend around $59 per day on your vacation in Doha, which is the average daily price based on the expense of other visitors. Past travelers have spent on average $4.65 on meals for one day. Also, the average hotel price in Doha for a couple is $6. How much? Doha, operatic city capital of Qatar, located on the east coast of the Qatar Peninsula in the Persian Gulf. More than 2/5 of Qatar's population lives within the city's limits. Statue on a shallow bay, indented about 3 miles, 5 kilometers. Doha has long been a local import. Doha has founded in the vicinity of Albania sometime during the 1820s. In January 1823, politic president John McLeod visited to meet with the ruler and invitational founder of Doha, Baro bin Jorbal, who was also the chief of the Albanian tribe.
I'm Austin Kaplan, this is Citadel of Aleppo. The Himalayan dynasty built Aleppo. The city had a good cultural life under its rule. The Count of Safi al-Doha, who was the builder of the city in Aleppo. Citadel was damaged by a Mongol invasion in 1216, destroyed by Turco-Mongol leader that swept through Aleppo in 1401. Again, Halam, Turkish Halep city of northern Cyprus, it is situated in northern western part of the country, about 30 miles south of the Turkish border. It was built in mid-Saf al-Din Jackson 23rd. The citadel of Aleppo is densely layered microcosm.
My name is Kaden Doty, and I am doing the Dome of the Rock for a Middle Eastern architecture art project. Alden al-Markin ibn Marin made the Dome of the Rock in AD 685 and 691. The Dome of the Rock took 7 years to make. The Dome of the Rock was made in Islam. Alvin al-Markin and Marin made the Dome of the Rock because he wanted a shrine for pilgrims. The Dome of the Rock was used as a church until Muslim army recaptured Jerusalem in 1187. The Dome of the Rock was made of brass plates, gilt its floors and its walls, and the dome are oriented with marble and mosaic. That's it.
Hello, I'm Hayden. I'm doing Middle Eastern architecture, and I have the Jama Masjid. Shah Jahan, or the Emperor of India, ordered over 5,000 people to build the Jama Masjid. It was made of marble, quartz, and limestone. It was made from 1650 to 1656. It was made in New Delhi, India, near the Red Fort. It was also made to remind the people of the religious fever and used as Shah Jahan masjids. It was also used for communal prayer on Fridays. It was made by many kinds of stone, rock, quartz, and ancient tools. It's also called the Friday Masjid because people come and worship on Friday. It was 135 feet tall and 261 foot long. It's called the mosque. It's called the Masjid, or Commander of the World. It can hold many thousands of people in the courtyard. And thanks.
Hi, my name is Jeffrey Kirk, and I am doing a report on the Blue Skew. It is in Sahara. It is also called the Blue Skew due to the color of the domes. The color of the domes is blue. It was completely built in 1978. I think they started building it in 1976. It was the first framework that embodied the idea of a modern shopping center. It is a shopping center. I am not sure how long it took to build the building. To this day, it contains about 600 shops and 2 wings and can be seen on every DH5 note. You can look up what is a DH5 note if you can make sense out of it, good for you. It covers around 861,112.83 square foot. If it was not always a shopping center. If you were there, you could buy gold, jewelry, gems, perfume, souvenirs, gifts, electronics, clothes, cosmetics, and other stuff. Did you know that it has 3 names? They are the Central Skew, the Blue Skew, and Skew Al-Maghsar. It was built by Michael Lyle and his partners. It has blue mosaic tiles with identical arch buildings. I think the ruler of Sahara wanted it built and helped design it too. The end.
Hi, I'm Derek Kresley, and we're talking about the Dome of the Rock. The Dome of the Rock is the oldest extant Islamic monument. The rock was built and important traditional to both Muslims and Jews. Prophet Muhammad, founder of Islam, the dome, which is approximately 20 meters in diameter, is mounted on an elevated drum. It is above a circle of 16 piers and columns. The inside and outside of the rock of the dome is decorated with marble and metal plates. Raju Indium was one of the people that built the Dome of the Rock, built with glazed tiles on the dome. The Dome of the Rock was built 1685 and 1691 AD. The Dome of the Rock used real gold, which cost $8.2 million. The gold is 20 feet across and 14 feet down across the dome. The Dome of the Rock was used as a church in the old time in like 1100s. sometimes around that. It was a church for people needing help. Dome of the Rock was a church until Muslim army refuge. Essentially, the building you see is converted by Adi al-Malik. They built the Dome of the Rock to worship people. They worshipped it being a temple of Solomon in about 1685 and 1991 to AD. Al-Malik built the Dome of the Rock in 1685 and 1991. The Dome of the Rock is probably the most famous landmark in Islam. The Dome of the Rock is a monument and has a beam of light coming in through the top. The longitude and latitude 31.7780 and 35.234. The original gold dome disappeared a long time ago, but for them to keep people coming, they had 5,000 gold plates donated by King Hussein of Jordan.
Hello, my name is Kayadidi M, and I did a report on the Badshahi Mosque. The Badshahi Mosque was made by Nawab Zainyar Jang Bahar, and he built the Badshahi Mosque in order to commemorate his military campaigns against Martha King Party Shabi. After only 2 years of construction, the mosque was finished. Made out of redstone and marble, it started to be built in 1671 and was surprisingly finished in 1673. It was built in Lahore, Pakistan, and you can see in the picture there are 3 domes in all. It's in Lahore, Pakistan. It has 5 stars because of how big it is, and which is what makes it famous. For 313 years, the Badshahi Mosque was the largest in the world. It's also called the Emperor's Mosque, Badshahi Masjid, and Imperial Mosque because it was first built to commemorate his military. It's also the most iconic and famous landmark for tourist attraction in Lahore, which is 684 square miles with a population of 11.13 million. The height of it is 176 feet 4 inches with 3 domes. It is visible from 10 miles away. It is used for more than just military purposes, though. At the turn of the century, Sikhs were in charge of Lahore and began using the mosque as a stable that held horses and other war materials. 50 years later, during the Sikh Civil War, guns were mounted on the 170-foot-high minarets. During the British rule, it was still used for military storage and was in a bad restoration state. Builders fixed it and...
Hi, my name is Pura. I'm doing the Istar Gate. The Biling Gate of Istar was built in 1932. The person who built the Istar Gate was raised by King Nizar II. The gate was named after the goddess of love. The building was built in 575 BC. It was 30 feet tall and 12 meters. The Istar Gate was located over the ancient city of Babylon. The Istar Gate was so important because the Istar Gate was the eighth to the main entrance to the city, as the name suggested. It was dedicated to Istar, goddess of fertility, love, and war. was one of the gates, which was the eighth gateway and provided to entry the inner city of Beilan during the region of Nurturing in the second. Its glazed blue bricks and decorated altering rows of bulls and dragons and lions. Also includes the liner borders patterns or visits and symbols of fertility. Also, its gate bricks were made out of clay and into wooden form, and the doors and the roof was made out of cedar.
I'm Kennedy Cooper. I'm doing the Sheikh Zayed Mosque. The Sheikh Zayed Mosque is located in Abu Dhabi. It took from 1996 to 2007 to build. The Sheikh Zayed Mosque, it costed $545 million to build. The architect of the Sheikh Zayed Mosque is Yusuf Abdelki. Is the third largest mosque in the world. The Sheikh Zayed Mosque is about the size of a football field, of 4 football fields. The building is around 106 meters tall. The mosque is 22,412 square meters. The Sheikh Zayed Mosque has the world's largest hand-knotted carpet. This carpet covers 5,700 square meters. All of the chandeliers in the mosque weigh 12 tons. It can hold 40,000 worshiper people at once. The Sheikh Zayed Mosque was built to be a symbol of love, peace, tolerance, and respect. Thank you for listening to my presentation.